So I'm half an hour early to the Narrabeen meeting. There's nowhere private I can really talk. There's a bunch of people around. So here, I'll give you a shout out to the people I'm around. So it's not particularly private. I just wanted to come down here early. I didn't go to the church or something like that, so let's just pray and meditate, which I've been doing like at least once a week for like maybe 5 minutes at a time. We started doing it. Now, there's a spot down here which is going to be a bit more private. So, with more giant ducks. So there's one there, two over there, and another one there. The fuck are you guys doing? Fucking giant ducks. I have no idea what they're doing. None. This one here is just like scratching itself. Maybe it's their main hangout spot in the fucking lagoon. So I don't know. I feel like a fucking weirdo, like sitting in the pub. So I know it seems weird that I'm sitting outside again, but I'll do some vlogging when I get home. So it's Sunday, I guess. I really acted out last night, big time actually. Felt very angry last night at the meeting. Really angry. Some stuff that I've noticed, most of the time I'm actually alright. I want to say I'll go alright. Well rounded if you want. Pretty good with some areas to work on. But just yeah. About that, the wind. I lost $100 again. I've really got to just sort out my finances, which seems a good response. I might be picking up some extra hours at work. I was going to speak to the head chef tomorrow about it. Fucking more ducks, and one more joined us. Fuck off. There's 5 ducks in total now. But yeah, something I've noticed probably in the last, say, 2 years or 26 months, I'd say. Is it? Yeah, 26 months. For a very few weeks, I can go pretty good. You know, it's up to me to kind of reinforce the good growth and all that. But just up there. What the fuck? So, I don't know if it's them attracting this attention. What is this? Some sort of like set thing? Like gangs or something? Fuck off, cunts. Oh. Let's see, there's one just there. Cockatoos. See, they don't give a shit. See, the one's touching himself. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. I don't know if I should stay or go. so random. But anyway, as I was saying, every few weeks, I seem to have like a really shit moment or day or moment today. Normally doesn't last longer than a day, but it really fucks me around. It kind of feels in the moment or aftermath. Like even this morning when I woke up, I had like an emotional hangover. You know, and I just, yeah, like shit sort of thing. I feel I should move too, because I don't want to be shat on. I think I recognise the guy from the meeting too. Not towards me, but just in the walking path. Anyway. Fuck, you should see what this giant duck's doing. It's like a mating call. Fuck are you two doing, man? What the fuck are you two doing? What the fuck are you guys doing, man? What the fuck? One's chasing the yellow, what the fuck? Fuck off, cunt. I thought it was gonna be like a game fight happening. These giant ducks can fuck off, cunts. Fucking, oh god, I wish I could kick all of you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Oh god, I picked the... Well, this is their set. Shouldn't complain. Yeah, if you fucking... Once just jumped on the fucking bed. I think it would be a pigeon, dude. What are you doing? See? Just jumped on it. You can't have a cigarette. He wants my smokes. The funny thing is the cigarettes will need to be replaced, but, you know. You can't have a cigarette. You can't have a... Yeah, you can have a drag though. You can't have it, but you can have a drag. Want a drag? You want to drag a cigarette, dude? You want it? You want a fucking cigarette? What the fuck are you doing? The fuck is your problem? Like your fucking chair. Come on, cunt, I'll take you. Yeah, see? Perhaps this giant duck's more of a bitch than I am. Ugh, God. What are you three doing? It happens every few weeks. I really haven't figured out why or how. The wind. just farted too. Set the cigarette butt out. I don't know. I think it's just something that I'm doing. Like part of it, I think it's just a reaction to some things not working out. I did do a couple meetings during the week, which I shouldn't have. Partly it's just I think part of it's just being left out, socially. You know, now, I don't mean to social life on the day-to-day sort of spectrum of things, but just yeah, I don't know. It's just a poor reaction. So I'll be talking to the chef tomorrow about extra work. Hopefully it's just going to be a 4-hour day. Film at night. I've really got to be a bit more conscious of what I'm doing, of growing and changing character. So hopefully tonight with the meeting I can meditate on it a bit better. Well, actually, let's jump on this side of the bench. So I gotta show you what the fuck is it doing? Keep my eye on it. It just jumped on. Fucking cocksucker. I want to try it, but should I pat it? Yeah. I'm so scared of it. It's gonna rape me, so it's fucking awful. What the fuck is it doing? Let's see what this lady's gonna do. Yeah, you. I had to change places, so. Yeah, it's just, I'm thankful for shitty days. Fucking hell, this is Illuminati shit. as I was trying to say, I'm thankful that that sort of stuff doesn't happen all the time or weekly. It still hasn't clicked into what it is. I know it's something to do with me, personally. But, you know, that guy from the meeting that I said, he's kind of near the, I can see him from here. This is what happens when you live near the beach. You get the fucking winds and shit, the breeze. If you go inland a little bit here in Australia, the air and stuff's gonna be better. But anyway, so like I said, I'm thankful that those days don't happen all the time. Besides the emotional hangovers and the regret of my actions when I act out, luckily I didn't hurt anyone, but it can be recovered. It's practical and all that shit. So, you know, happened on a Saturday night, and I just felt fucking lonely. And again, I kind of realised too, it's up to me to say hello to people. You know, I swear I've said it before, like I can stop doing meetings, stop content, I don't think anyone's going to notice me. I can remember once so far that somebody said hello just to ask what's been happening, and that's probably, I can't even remember the last time that's happened. And I can only remember only one time last year in 2022, I got invited out randomly to do something with somebody. So, whole year, that's all I got asked by one person. So, I know it's probably more to do with me than it has to do with other people, or at least part of that's true. What was the reason for that? Oh, part of the reason is just to see if I can catch people that are socialising without me. Listening to some Tupac. Listen to some Tupac. Big inspiration. So, grew up in the 90s, of course it's gonna stick out. But, you know, it's fun some shit to feel, man. Done some fucking shit. But, waiting in line. A lighter. I forgot my lighter in my car. Got it. Car's struggling to lock. Oh. Now I'm gonna have a quick walk around, see if we should. I won't be going into Manly, but tonight, starting to get sick and tired of Manly. So, let's try. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, I've really got to quit this cigarettes. The amount of damage I've done to my body is unbelievable. I don't know if this is an IGA car park, by the way, so I have no idea if they're still open or not. Never seen security guards here either. It's a trolley there. Nobody's here. Fucking random trolley. Nobody's here. Nobody's fucking here. Why are they still fucked up the this? The weird thing is, they're still fucked. There's like a padlock here anyway. Fucking bullshit. Now, I really do have to quit smoking. I gotta, when I probably get home, follow through on something. Probably just cutting down. I know I've talked about it 1,000 times, but it's just bullshit. Okay, I don't know if I said it or not, but one reason I kind of irregularly come down here at night, I had the best conversation with a drug addict here once. It was fucking so cool. Talk to drug addicts more often. But that's what I can do. I can go to the car park. I know what I can do. Nothing's down here. Fail. Trolleys and shit. Maybe stop. Fuck are I doing? Stay around here for a bit actually. Just in case if weird shit happens. funny thing is when people are afraid of you, like, you know how like when you walk past somebody and you can tell they're a bit iffy towards you? I find that fucking weird. So I really need to sit down anyway, but go up to the car park here soon. Actually, no, I'm gonna do that now. Oh, open sesame. No, it's not. Open. Rooftop. Rooftop car park, so again, I'm on repetition of this shit. PayPal link below. I'm just hoping to catch some weird shit in public too, so. Side, is it left or right? Oh, left. So far, nothing. Don't see anything. I can hear the bats from here too, guys, so. Next time, I'm gonna come up here and film a movie. I can fucking remember to come up here and film a fucking movie. There's about, there could be stuff, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars up here. So I don't know why I try to do these vlogs or what I'm trying to articulate. I do struggle to sit still sometimes, so hence why I just go out and do things. But it's kind of fun and weird. So I don't know what filmmakers I can recommend. Harmony Korine, I like. David Lynch. Some of Werner Herzog's work I like. Roger Corman. What else? Does anything avant-garde. I've never been like a massive fan of one filmmaker. Obviously talent, who I think talent is something. Okay, is it done? Oh, it's a bat. Oh no, it's not. Bird. Fuck's that bird doing? I'm afraid that bird's gonna attack me. So anything that Harmony Korine's done, I'm a massive fan of. Just things, just images, anything. Just I don't know what to fucking recommend, to be honest. If I had Google in front of me, I'd be able to go, hey, check out this guy's work, check out that guy's work. But, look at that. So far, no weirdness is found. Found somebody's homeless camp. Shit. Oops. Should get out of here. Yeah. Right there, there's a homeless dude living. right there. I want to get out of here. So, right behind me there, this home is dead. I hope I don't wake it and shit. Now, some reasons why I think film is the hardest art. It's visual, it's moving, sound, music, lighting, and colour, all at once, all happening at once. I do think documentary films are the hardest to make than narrative films. Because you got to document and capture reality and real life rather than kind of doing something constructive. I do think documentary films should kind of be, maybe, other than avant-garde films, which avant-garde is just the search for originality. Like romantic comedies, it's an overdone thing. It's also like being at the right time, right place, always having video on it. Jonas Makers did a new job, but I also think when you're kind of one of the first to do it, I think it's easy to kind of just be credited for that shit sort of thing at the same time. But yeah, cool dude. That's why I kind of stopped and backed off. I don't think it's gonna come down. But great spot, dude. I always think, yeah, which is I think vlogging at the moment has its own sort of way. I don't think it's going to compete, will have the same sort of impact as the French New Wave did. Mainly because the French New Wave, as a whole, I'm talking about the whole movement, had this sort of meaning of kind of doing it artistically. Where I think with vlogging pushes the sort of the influence narrative sort of thing, if that makes sense. Some art theory and film theory for you. But that's the thing. So I don't know what I'm doing now, but no. So anyway, let's go up to the other car park. See you on a roll. There's a bag of electronics here, so it's kind of weird. I think I've done a couple movies here only, but anyway, so I am pushing vlogging as a new modern way form of filmmaking and anything else. But that's just me. Now where's the other fucking steakhouse? But yeah, I still think it's a modern day filmmaking. I do think vlogging is going to be studied at some point, or at least the birth of vlogging is going to be studied at some point in filmmaking history. But anyway. It's just a bunch of shit. So, I think the last time I was here checking it out was like needles and shit. Wet paint. What fucking smells. No needles. Jack Daniels. No one. Nobody's here. So yeah, I do think vlogging, at least the birth of it's going to be studied in film history at some point. So I just don't know when. So there's some basic YouTube videos on it. A few in case you're not nassid or nassid, whatever. Don't think any weeks it's going to be around, to be honest. Whew. I'm really dehydrated, like. So fucking meow. But, which is good, you know, it's a bit more public. I do have to push a bit of public diaries out there, mainly just for historical reasons. I do think people today should put things out about themselves, you know, mainly, not about other people. Like a video diary, video journal, video letter, a vlog, um, and try to portray it as honest as possible and as accurate as possible. Video production's becoming easier and all that shit, so it's you know, in 500 years, you know, 100 years from today, it will be like just the video footage will just archived on YouTube alone. It's just fucking unbelievable. I don't think YouTube's going to be will probably be faced as the same sort of bullshit as Facebook, for example. I do think at some point there will be another platform to replace Facebook, mainly because culture changes and norms change and all that shit. Youth comes along. I think YouTube itself will just reinvent itself a bit more. In videos, I think there will always be like a want or need for videos in some format. That might change, but not as drastically too. I wonder what's happening down there. I don't have to hear the noise. So those are some theories, some thoughts of, not theories, but thoughts off the top of my head. I doubt that anyone's going to say that, but so far, no homeless people. If you want to be homeless in Australia, trust me, you get away with so much shit. But this one's dark. It's scary. Yo! Yo! I wish the government too should have like a video department where people can just send videos of whatever into them.
Doors closing. Going down.
Is this the ground level? Yeah, it is.
Car park. Doors open.
So, I survived. I really don't know what to say about addiction and shit like that. I've always been addicted to something. when I go home, I actually do feel physically tired and stuff of that nature. I put green tea at home. I feel dehydrated. This is little things, words of wisdom I gotta look for. Don't have any answers for anyone, so I'm gonna have a think through what I can do tomorrow, all that shit. So, fuck, maybe put an ad out. So I might actually. Oh, that's what I said. I was gonna fucking do. Finish up the script. Um, but this new job, this one guy that I don't really like that well, but it's just I don't. He's a great guy, but it's just. But I'm gonna do one shift a week with him. So, but he's a chef. Um, I didn't get a chance to speak to Lauren, my boss, about the extra pay. Um, I might give her a text tomorrow about it. She was working today, but the time I rocked up, she had to go. She sort out some other stuff. So I hope she gets well on. You know, I guess what I can say, if you got any personal issues, don't wait too long. You know, the quality of life is something you shouldn't put off. You know, find the self-respect and all that sort of stuff. But, I don't know. So, I know I kind of went vlogging, but I try to be a bit more slow, not all over the place tonight. I haven't heard from the girl. Oh, I have actually. She said her grandmother died, so I can't really be. So, anyway, I might text her, message her later on the way to see what she's doing. But, you know, I hope she's okay though. I don't hate her though. But you have some be kind to people too. You know, it's be friends with people who haven't been friends with you. But you know, it's good to hold each other accountable too. Not, I guess another reasons why I go do all this exploring shit. It's so I can kind of hopefully find like weird stuff out at night. I do feel bad for that homeless guy. Maybe he wasn't asleep. He was awake. He just didn't want problems or something. But weird and everything. So today, alright. That's a trolley. I'm hearing a trolley. Yeah. Hey matey, how's it going? Fuck, he smelled so bad. I feel bad. There's a bin right next door. I opened it so it was quiet. When he was in the elevator just then, he had his head down. But that wasn't. I laugh because I don't know how to handle it. So, fortunately, I'm one of those guys. Whenever he sleeps, like guys, like I've seen that guy around. I don't know where he slept at all. Never seen him at the clubhouse either, so at all. Like, be kind to people too, you know. But I don't know. I know I don't have the best body as well, but I've really got. I think I'm always fatter than I fucking am. But, so anyway, I explored at night just to kind of I used to find weird shit. But I never do. I never do. At the moment, the reason why I'm staying put a bit, so I'm just talking to the camera randomly, you know. It's February 2023, and I don't know what the fuck it's doing. Almost my mid-30s too. And talking about being homeless, I don't know why, but I just had visions, not visions, but sensations inside just to be homeless. Get rid of all my shit, you know. When you buy material stuff, you have the prone to get attached to it. Make me miserable. It makes it harder to disband. And at the moment, until proven otherwise, we can't take things to death as well. So that's why. At least you're going to pass it on to other people in your world, which is, I guess, the point of collecting material worth, I guess. I also think that all the base is getting busier as well. But that's just me as well. Look at this fucking hairdo. Really gonna get it done as well. I've got to speak to Sarah as well. I don't know which meeting she's gonna do, but it's Wednesdays. I'm gonna work on Wednesdays. Give her a dye and hair. Need a hair colour, Sarah? But she never watches these vlogs because she says it's too long. Vlogs are not too long. Just like that, I'm gonna go the fuck home. This sort of like real YouTube genre I can invent is to find like caravans, camper tracks, whatever you call them, and just knock them at night to see if anyone's actually sleeping in it too. So, I don't know. I haven't thought of any other YouTube channel. John Russell Communities too. A lot of it's been invented already, I guess, but. So I'm back at home at the moment. I don't know why, I just had a source of just remembering people that I've had in my life and all that stuff. I guess I have a sense of empathy for other people. Just wanted to share it. So I'm gonna do some more shopping anyway tonight, and begin to go to sleep. Like Saturday night. So, you know, perhaps that sort of empathy, warmth, all that stuff's just a response to I miss out the other night. Such years, but I'm just fucking tired of it. Really, really tired. Anyway, calm, emotional growth, intellect, wisdom. Your power to transform into a better person. That's the responsible thing to do. But anyway, whoever you are, hope you enjoy the night. for a coffee at a petrol station. Somebody just caught me talking to myself. Coffee's a bit watered down, but other than that, it's okay. But I think he was just rushing himself, so he's a good man, so I'll let it slide. Myself up. God. Fucking hell. That means the Illuminati's against me. Just knows. A good sign. So. So today just took a little longer to get to work. Like normally, I think yeah, like it took 45 minutes to walk to work, but normally takes about half an hour and a bit. But I did stop for cigarettes and fuck. When I got into Woolworths today, there was a guy in front of me, which is fine, but I don't know who he was buying smokes for, but he was buying like 4 or 5 separate stuff for like different brands of cigarettes. But he was buying like cartons of like smokes, like if that makes sense. So each brand was like $150 to like 300 and something each. So it's fucking I got no idea. Expensive, like expensive habit. Like, that's a lot of money. Was not expecting the garbage. I don't know about too much about other countries, but at least here in Australia, they make decent money actually. Been in Garbo. So I'm here till about 4 o'clock today. At work today. Um, so walk home. I might text that girl again. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna think it through. See how it kind of is towards the end of the day. Hopefully I'll remember to do a little bit of filming inside the kitchen this afternoon as well. I can. There is a decent amount of people still around when the kitchen closes. Uh, uh, so it's just some Thursdays is what I'm dreading. Not dreading, but fuck is that? Like that's another one. Again, at least here in Australia, I kind of know that maybe in the big cities because it's more people, it's more rubbish. But I know they make pretty good money, so there's no shame in it too. It's like plumbers and stuff. Because it relates to hygiene. So it's actually an essential job to be honest. And when you're working an essential job, if you can have a good career and actually maybe not all the essential jobs here in Australia, but you know what I mean. Like there's a bit of morality to it. Um, so is that incoming car? Oh, another one. So anyway, if you are watching this part, um, what's I gonna say? Fuck. PayPal link in the description box. Donate some fucking money. Subscribe, and so I can prevent selling my soul to the Illuminati, so I can earn a fucking living. But I dream of the day I can stop doing fucking work. But sometimes people just don't fucking realise how small the world is. You know, but at the same time, you've got to know the powerful influence that you have on other people. It feels weird just sitting here. I haven't walked through Manly in fucking ages too. Oh, it feels like ages. I'm starting to have withdrawals from not walking through Manly. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, but oh, hours long. I'll post another movie ad today, so I can get another ad for the movie with me. The morning times, I just get fucking stunningly excited. Maybe it's withdrawals from the night before, like not smoking throughout the night. But cigarettes and food's the hardest thing to fucking just get any sort of control over. My first girlfriend that I had in recovery was like 10 years ago, and she, you know, me and her still keep in contact, and I know now, like, she just still struggles with her eating disorders. There was a, sorry baby, but there was a period of time that I noticed she was actually really overweight. Yeah, but the majority of her anxiety, like, but having the food stuff is fucking horrible. Wow. Also, make something of yourself too. Like, you know, I don't think people get that picture clearly. Like, you gotta go make an effort to make something out of yourself. There's guys that I know since high school, and I just fucking spend 5 minutes alone with you, kind of like realize they've never left the playground. I can be pathetic. And reputation rock bottoms, I don't think that gets talked about enough. Like, fucking hell. So, lasting time to go to fucking work, you know? Now I'm at home, so yes, having another cigarette inside. So how was your fucking day? Oh, I didn't film anything in the kitchen. Shit. One of these days, because Wednesdays and Thursdays I've got time alone in it. So So it should be interesting tomorrow. Apparently the health inspectors are coming in, so I'm surprised, not more worried about it, because their kitchen's filthy. What does it cost money? Yeah, sure. Now, FYI, I've got no pants on either. Which is cool, you will never be able to see that. I wonder how much Pornhub works for that shit too. First things first, I'm looking at sending messages. I only doubt they have. Top stories. Let's go on Facebook. See if anyone's tried to contact. Oh, I got a message. This normally doesn't happen because I'm a liner. Decap. Oh, it's probably my friend Justin. Oh, that's Steve. Hey, Steve. Oh, somebody posted in the thing. Where is it? Oh, that's sweet of it. I posted one of my poetry short films on this Facebook page and somebody's put a comment in. Saying some nice video moments in this Darcy. Cool. I won't say a name, but thank you, person. So I'm at the back of work. I can't even see my face, but I finally remembered to fucking turn the camera on a bit. So, see what happens. There's a fridge I gotta clean. Fuck knows what else. Inside the kitchen. It's pretty gay, but it does its job. Yes. I'm exploring again because I got too much energy and I can't. I was thinking about doing some riding today. It's Sunday, but I think I might need a break from riding. It's just in terms of specifically riding, I just don't have the. I'm just not into it at the moment, so it's best not to force it. So, but that's okay. It is supposed to be a filming day anyway. And I'm gonna go exploring. So, got a fucking camera, other camera, oval. So I'm kind of near. If you want to look at Google Maps, near Wakers Golf Club at Northern Beaches. So anyway, I'm just going to look for a pathway, and I'll be trying to find weird shit. So the purpose of this again is just to find weird shit. So let's have a look, eh? So I just found this pass here. Some rocks here. Saying, I didn't see if they were fucking stable or not. Let's have a quick look. So the ground's fucking wet, and I don't know what this shoes. That's a netball there. It's, to be honest, it's not particularly weird, because the oval thing is just up there. So I've not been down here before. I don't expect anything because it's so close to civilization. So, and actually looks at it. Oh, actually, I thought it was the end. So, looks like it's just going to be a blanket level bush. I don't particularly see anything immediately. Some trees. I know the camera's not picking up. Some trees are knocked down here, but oh, okay. So that explains the path a bit. I'm going to turn off the camera and pull it off when I can. And plus, I'm having a cigarette too. First sign of wind is 3 milk crates. So along this path. And this little bit of open area. Yeah, beautiful. So I doubt that I'll find anything, but it could just be like a smoking place for grommets. Oh, that's the golf club, I think. How am I supposed to get through here, guys? Oh, that's the golf club, I think. Yeah, I know you can't see it, but just through there's the golf club. First proof of the sign of the golf list. Second proof, hopefully you recognise that. Bird's nest there. Oh, look at that. I just saw that. It's a bit of cardboard. I don't know why, but see if I can get down further. I don't know what the fuck this is. So, we've got another kind of blanket space here. Okay, I see like a blue tar thing. I don't think it's a house, but certainly gonna check it out. What the fuck? I think I may have actually stumbled on something. So, found another golf ball, but that's been on fire. It's a blue tarp, hang on. golf course is just there. Blue type here. Blue type there. I don't know, I think somebody may have been actually staying here. Some birds. Another golf club, the Tina. So, there's another golf club through there. So this place looks, this floor looks, so we'll put these down. Yeah. So the floor here looks pretty smoothed out. So what I'm expecting, see how it's tied up there, tied up here, tied up there. So, or maybe it's actually, considering it's tied up there, maybe it's just a wall. It's kind of expecting like it to be like the roof up here. So, and this box is there. So maybe they just use this to get the rain out. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Like some of these setups are really, really cool. See, there's another blue tarp there. Golf club, golf course just there. I can see a pink golf club ball down there. So, kind of maybe it's just not in use anymore. It's pretty clean, regardless. So maybe that was just used as a wall, but generally they put it like hanging up in the trees. And just used as a campsite. But notice, I don't think there'll be anything else here. There's a thing there, water, which I consider it's clean. I'm assuming they're professionals. So I don't think there's anything else I can kind of would find. Which I am kind of right. I'm not going to go that deep. Any paths that would lead me downhill is to the golf club. So, oh, okay, that looks like water, but so I don't know why they pick blue, but they pick blue, but I don't see anything else. Cool, that's a little old campsite that I found. So, don't see anything else immediately. But, oh! Water dragon. Fuck. Kind of scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I'll put... Yeah. See that guy? Water dragon. You scared me, motherfucker. So I'm gonna go back on the main path and quick look around. So I'm gonna press record next time. So I found site number 2. Well, I'm not finding it, but it's pretty cool. Along the path, it's fucking wet, and I found some rubbish. But anyway, I'll show you what I found. Okay, that's the golf course there, and I just found that. So it's an old draining pipe thing. Full of flowers. I've got to learn what they are because I actually do like them. I'm not going to stay up on the parking thing, on the middle part there, simply because metal does rust. Um, so obviously it's a creek thing. I haven't walked around here yet, so I don't know if I get a better view. But what's this? Oh, okay, I almost fell over. Did it again. So yeah, another golf ball. See? So obviously you can. There's a ladder there. Obviously. Oh shit. A good way to test this, guys, if you can, get a rock. So, so obviously I'm not the one to discover it, but it's cool anyway. So I don't think this is going to be crazy, people. I didn't plan how to get up. Oh, I might have to put my fucking phone away. The only problem, yeah, that's cool. So it's just kind of dealing with golfers' problem, maybe. I don't know if I'm on golf property or not, but so I forget this is a different golf course to where I was at the other day. So obviously, like I thought, I've found a different angle to it. So I don't know if there's any. I doubt there's any animals living here. Just because the golf course here. I mean, you know what I mean, like. So pretty cool. Yeah, grab this. Nothing there. Yeah, so no one's coming up. I think the suburbs back there is a Lambie. Don't know, so I can see the Wakers Golf Club from over there. So just keeping my eye out. I might have a smoke break soon. Any minute. I'm looking to my left on the creek and on my right. Oh, hang on. Another entry point. If I can read it. Oh, another water dragon. Oh, okay. What the fuck? It's weird. I thought there were going to be information cards. Show you what I mean. One there. There's another one there. I thought they were like information signs, whatever. So. Yeah. The water dragons were just there. I know the camera won't be able to pick them up. There are tadpoles here, so frogs. Son of frogs and shit. In the distance, I can see the water skipping by. Power lines there. Oh, another water dragon just there. Fucking slut. Scared the fuck out of me. Oi! One of these days, I'm just gonna pat one without getting bit into, so I don't know what that is, but maybe he used to fish here, I don't know. So Don't know. Oh, I think I might know where I am now. The clubhouse is there. Manly Dam is that water. There. Fucking hand. I was recording that, but I found the dam stuff. This is behind me. Looking for a clear entry point. And as I was walking along, I found this sort of area, which I'll start recording now. So, first I found this here. Yeah, there's 2 planks of wood, so that's an old scooter. But this would I caught my eye. So, another fucking campsite. So I'm pretty sure it's no longer in use. There's pallets there, pallets here. Bits of wood there. So obviously it was people living here. So a bed, thingamabob. Obviously a tent and shit here. So I don't know if you gotta watch out for planks of wood like that, just because the animals and shit. But another bed there. I know the camera can't pick it up, but I can see car. Oh, see? That was a car, Wackers Parkway. Obviously it's no longer in use, hence why I'm here. If it looked well kept, that'll be probably a different story. Another milk crate here. Set of wheels there. Tabletop cone. So there are a couple walking paths here. It's starting to overgrow a bit, so it's hard to point out. A hole. I can see something just over here, but it's hard to. It's got too much shit going on it. So kids, remember, it looks clearly fucked up. So hence why I'm kind of looking through it. If it looks kind of well kept, different story. Look at that. Oh fuck, it's spider. Baby. So those times on Rando Nautica, it never led me anywhere. So exploring. So this is what I like. This is obviously basic stuff, but still pretty cool. Take a shit. I'm taking this shit at the moment. Took a shit. So be honest, there is probably some more stuff around here. I just can't see it. Obviously, it was somebody was obviously living here. Um, I don't think it's anything from the parkway. Um, it's just off the bike tracks. So I'm assuming staff from that water dam thing got onto them. Perhaps they were causing trouble. Obviously, it's been abandoned and shit. So perhaps they were causing trouble. Perhaps they were too loud, um, or perhaps staff from the water dams just kicked them out somehow. Wait, this fucking scooter. Okay, it's got wheels and shit. Scooter thing. So, it kind of works. Maybe I'll come back for it. Maybe the brake. Oh, feels like the brakes work. Spray can. That's the thingamabob. Go back to finding any spaces to enter the thingamabob. So that's cool. I found a second side. Cool. I found two sides so far. One was pretty old. The one that is the first one I saw. That one. So that one's probably the most developed one. Okay. Might have found a side. So I don't know if I'll find anything else. It's Sunday, so I don't think there'll be any staff. So the only thing I've got to worry about is security guards. There's another pathway here. I don't think it's gonna. Or more likely, it looks more professionally done. Oh, fucking spiders! Fucking fun. Spider webs. So. Okay, this path is done, but there's some trees are falling in the way. Okay, I'm not going to go too further. I wish the council would come down and fix this side up. No, actually, no, I don't. I found a space I could enter, open space. So, I don't think I'll find anything. So, let's have a look around, okay? See if I can uncover some Illuminati shit. I don't know what this stuff is. Rubbish pit, maybe? Cool graffiti. I would have saw people at the gate, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so bitched out regardless. But I'm gonna go back out. So there's nothing much there. I don't think there's anyone around here anyway. But it's cool that I found that fucking old campsite for homeless people. Told you there's always camps around. So see if I find that old little site thing there. It's still there. But no, and nobody was there, so anyway, I took one small step to climb through shit. So anyway. Remnants are still here, the gates are still here. The gate's actually in pretty good condition actually. I don't know what happened to this. That's really fucked up. So the gate's still pretty cool. Whoever did this, mad respect. But anyway, I saw this on the way in as well. So that this is obviously broken. So I guess I'm gonna make my way home. This thing here. Right. Oh, what is that? I don't think I've ever noticed it. There's this thing in the middle of the oval. Check out. Sit down. So you left that out. I saw a bunch of three blokes on their bike things. I wondered if bikers get fucked up pics. I want to know. So if anyone out there rides a bike, let me know. was pretty cool exploring, wasn't it? So, yeah, so they sorted out my camera. So, today's Sunday. I should really close those windows, shouldn't I? Those curtains, I should say. Oh well. I just, bit of drama that I've got in my life. Just put this one girl. I really gotta get a haircut soon as well. So, I've got this job now. Um, I need about maybe 4 to 7 hours more. And I don't have to avoid and give it to me, I'm just dealing with it, but I really need it. So, okay, I gotta change those fucking curtains. But there's no light. I hope I can fix and post. No, okay, that's not good, is it? Ah, it's better, isn't it? There's some light. So, the job. So anyway, well, like I said, I don't know if it's avoiding dealing with it or what, or just don't want to give it to me. Perhaps they can't afford it, you know. It's annoying, isn't it? You know, try to do the right thing, but anyway, I doubt that I'm there tomorrow. I doubt that the place will be clean. I really, really doubt it will be clean. That's a home. They're cooking something in the kitchen. So, anyway, so this is funny. Anyway, so I'll be there tomorrow, so I might say something about it. I've spoken to her a couple of times, this is no follow-up, no message had, or this is what's happening, or no sort of thing, but so maybe tomorrow I can sort something out. The boss can have you on and I think they're accepting, so that's just life, nothing can be perfect all at once, right? But I sure do try. So I'll be going to the Narrabeen meeting tonight. I don't know, maybe I should take my phone with me. But I'm not too sure I should though. So I was there last week filming. I like it there.
trying to fucking hook up this girl, so I'm thinking about giving her a rest. She seemed like a sweet girl, but a bit lost. So, sometimes when I ask her direct questions to say specific things, it's just her response is like a mismatch. You know? I'll ask for a cappuccino and she'll give me like some sort of tea or a soft drink. Say if I ask for a coffee, she'll give me like a soft, as a response. Uh, Sweet girl, sweet girl. I'm not trying to badmouth her. But maybe I should think. I gotta find where to explore next. So, well, that damn thing. The only reason I left was I saw people at the gate. When I walked out of the gate, walked out, I realised people parked their cars there. Now it's just people out of their cars. They're parked at the entrance gate, sort of thing. So it kind of looks like it was people there, type thing. So many areas to explore. Not enough time. In about an hour and a half, I'm going to clean up my bedroom. So, see how that goes. But, yeah, it's like, I do like it, but I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So, I don't know if she's just avoiding it, playing smart. Who knows, but search for a healthy relationship continues, which is, I guess I should talk about more. Hopefully some people watch this. Learn something from it. But my first general step for guys is to kind of get your act really good. Make an effort to hide. Find a couple of hobbies. I guess I've probably said this shit 1,000 times already, but um, two hobbies minimum. One hobby you can do on your own, and the other hobby can work either way, on your own or with other people. Third step, possibly. Third step is to learn about women in a healthy, appropriate way. Fourth step, quit porn, sex work, shit like that. Masturbate less, but on a healthy amount at the same time. Fifth, on the side, is to make an effort. There's nothing wrong with making being friends with women on good terms, but be friends with women that you have to be friends with. Okay? Um, yeah. Read books. Which one was? I got a couple. Read books. Um, first one, an old book, so I don't know what year. I think it was in the 1800s, but this Frenchman wrote. I think it's a classic American philosophy book. Google before it's very good. Kind of like this Democracy in America. I read a passage from Frenchman that wrote it. So, French nobleman and astute political scientist thanks to the United States for the value of the actual function of democracy. But democracy in America is a classic creative for American way of life who had the result of his visit. Discusses the advantages and dangers of majority rule, which he thought could be tyrannical as monarch. Yeah, well, that's true. hold on, I should be ready this morning, but I slept in. Sorry. Because at the moment I would have continued reading on a day-to-day basis. I've had a day here and then. Off. Today was supposed to be a writing day. I was thinking because Sundays I just try to write, but I think I need to break writing. The days that I actually do write, I'm actually back to doing the fourth, I think, fifth, or junkie notes volume. Oh, incredible. Answering a poll now. What's becoming when? Boring. So it's a small book. Well, man, that's 1950s, books, get educated if you want some money. Yeah, it's just the day-to-day basis that I gotta work on as well. Very much books upstairs. Biography. I'm not too sure if this book was the movie. I haven't read it yet. But anyway, I'll be seeing this girl later on today as well. Getting around to it. Everybody hovers around. So listen to a King Cobra documentary. Is it still on? 12 things. I hope this is going to start recording. Also, so do a couple things first before I start talking. I pulled up some of my books. This is some other new ones that I've got to show as well. Well, you gotta bear with me at the moment. So I gotta do a couple of admin stuff. Life as an independent artist. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, people. 3 minutes. Sorry guys, I didn't know it took so long. It's just my head today. Ian Foster, he wrote a very famous book on a couple of homosexuals. One of them was called Maurice. Books I'm going to point out. This isn't anymore. Shit. Looks like the light's a little bit better too. I was in my emo phase, I used to sit in my room doing nothing. I always had a webcam and then film. I swear there's some YouTube channels that just. I know there's live watch channels, but it looks like this YouTube channel that just live stream in this one bedroom. This lady just like. It's fucking weird. I think people either Reddit or 4chan kind of like. Found where she was and stuff. Stuff is like. Film, I just vision of like fucking film like live stream like a very active room or something. Actually, whatever. I think what's his name from Jackass, like Bam and Joe guy, and just stick like video cameras everywhere just to hope. Something like something outside the trap. Who knows? That's my coffee for now. Alright, first book. Need a book like Kevin. She's in the movie version. I have seen the film version. It's about a school shooting. And a kid uses like bow and arrows to shoot stuff. Years ago, David and Kevin wrote seventh high school system back there. Popular English teacher. Now it's here as a absent husband. It accounts for how Kevin came to be Kevin. During the initial contact, tried to put some best to a bit long term behavior to one that was Hollywood. And it was how much it was forward. So I can't really get into it, but I kind of really read it. I haven't, but I don't know about it. I need to talk about that. Volume 2. Third volume, second volume of Burning Swords, biography. Volume 2, 1898. 1898 to 1918. I think it's in the World War II. Right. Oh shoot. Hang on. No, this is a book that I'm actually reading. Look at it. That mouse. It was published I think 2016. I think it's the mathematical perception of point of view of like the algorithm. So, chapter 1's like, what is a model? Chapter 2 is my journey to illusion. Chapter 3, gaining knowledge. 4 on the app, so on. So, can't do any of it. So, obviously not a big book. It's like, oh, that book in intro. Yeah, that's one book that I actually look forward to. I might read it after my Stephen Pinker book. A book that I have read. Um, Obviously not possible. Changes idea that's changing who we are. So, yeah, okay, so here's a little bit of markout. One fashionable response to the internet has been to build stories. And it's theoretical departments about build technology. And those stories, like questions about producers and managers, suggesting way lost in learning. One story where storytellers have been handed down to little barrel. According to some of the more progressive advocates for high technology, new literature genre, latest self-direction tells the story of how people imagine Florida with literary insane. Never thought about blogs and stuff. I never thought about, which of course I think, that online world is a must now. I've got a feeling I've already read that book, but that's it. There's the myth, I guess. There's always going to be its own world academics like Egypt. Actually, this is really great. But, it's like Donat's book, The Secret History, which is a new book, which is into ancient Greece. Donat's book, The Secret History, is great. Another Bernard Shaw movie, book, oh yeah, where angels as they big picture. Also, I need to turn up the electricity for you guys. So, one of my favorite female artists. First female artist. Buy some new books for her. 3 p.m. at the moment. So 4, oh, shit. 4 hours apart. Some of my book collection there, so. But, you know, such is life, though. But, maybe I should find some other books to show. I've only got my fiction books in here. My non-fiction books are outside my bedroom door, so you know, that way. But, like, I just realised this, like, this volume 2, but, oh, it's not that I'm missing out on anything, it's you know, that should be a thick fucking book. But, oh shit, I just realised something, sorry. But, just remembered something. Videos, but ignore it. This is a YouTube channel called Marshall Matters Sport. You have to check out this fucking guy. He reckons he's like Eminem's son, so. There he is, and he's clearly not. He's like a local though. He's a huge god. I wish I can just have this stream of thoughts so I can just fucking sit and talk. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I can do it bits and pieces, so it's like I can do it in bits and pieces, but you've got concrete mental skill I can do. Yesterday I finally dropped some poetry over it. Like I can't remember the bookstore's name. It's in DY. I got there and the guy, great lovely boy, he just wanted to talk and talk and talk. I've never seen him before. I didn't realise it was just 2 brothers and stuff. I've dealt with the other one for a long time. But you know, he was telling me his story of poetry as well, which is actually really, I don't mind. Actually, I kind of get. I can't remember the boy's name, the guy's name actually, but I think he's in the closet because he's got some gay thing. But when I actually bought stuff, 2 of the books and stuff that I got, I was struggled for. But the shop's in DY. I used to go there with my ex-kid all the time, but she lives across the road. But yeah, dropped 5 copies of poetry. Probably get away in a few days, so. But he was telling me, like, when he was growing up, he was more drawn to instrumental music, guitars and all that stuff. And he was telling me his dad was into poetry or the written word a lot. He's just telling me how it's starting to grow, like the written word he used to say. Which is true, it's the written word, but I kind of tell him, like, I kind of went into it like, yeah, like, it's this, something like Bob Dylan was probably more of a spoken word poem. Like, gift of gab to speaking shit, which I don't have. Then, because of the cafe job that I'm working down at early at, I struggle to kind of have the energy to kind of go jog and walk and stuff. And I just did, my body wasn't just, I just knew my body wasn't going to be one fucking going for a jog. I went for a walk and I ran into my mate Gay Steve and I bought him a couple of coffees. Which is nice, you know, it was 2 Saturdays in a row. Well, I caught. Previous Saturday, I caught up with him. Coffee, cocoa, which is good. He's a good dude, so Steve, if you're watching this, you're a good man. cool. I asked my dad yesterday, and I went to the meeting at Harvard. I went there on Saturday. That's one of the things that I'm trying to detach myself from places. In a very healthy way, you know, but that's something I'm thinking about this upcoming week. It's just not being. If you're watching this and you know me, it's not like I don't like you. It's just, it's kind of like I just came to a point where it's just kind of like, it just won't amount to anything. It's back and forth friendship. It'll be nice, it is. Thanks for all this shit. But I just don't think it's leaving the way beforehand. And it's no friendship to do it, so that's just what I just don't do. Maybe something is wrong with me, though. Like, it's just my opinion. So that's what I'd like to get out of this week. To be more emotionally okay. Like what I mean. I'm gonna go on the weekends. I'm gonna start my weekend off Saturday morning getting meeting. What's up? Cool. Yeah, right everyone. You just start up in my Saturday. This, do that. Then do Harvard. Or sometimes man, I was thinking about changing to man. And stuff, yeah. Well, the girl I was hanging out with him now, and I'm just gonna, I have to avoid it. There you go. So I don't want to put it, I don't want to lie. Hopefully I don't call it out anymore. But that's like I do Saturday night. I do now even Sunday evenings. I hope it's fucking frustrating. I think it was last Sunday, a couple of Sundays ago. I just went supposed to catch up with the girl. I think there was a bit of a miscommunication. She did want to. I was gonna catch up with the girl. And last second she got invited out. And just, she initially just came off as like she just wanted to go there. And I was like, oh, okay, go. But and then she kind of goes, oh, come on, Steph. Decided to fuck it. You're at home. Relax. But, you know, shit does happen. And what's hurt the most, I've asked a couple times, like, hey, do you not bang the back or too much? You know, with days I understand we've got things to do afterwards, but just to get most of the signs as an answer, that's bullshit to get silence as an answer. But this is kind of what I've been listening to as well. It talks about reputation of law, which is actually really interesting. But man, you can get stigmatized so much doing that shit. Stigma. Well, I don't want things to get stigmatized over. Anyways, about this shit. But it's not bad, you know, that's what the things that I'm kind of realizing about, that I'm just some of it is my fault. I don't want to come across as maybe bitter or angry or whatever. Perhaps I'm doing all my things just with the wrong page, or perhaps it's something to do with me. But I just don't seem to be able to make friends. But, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but the entire year of 2022, I've only got invited out once, just as a social thing. Just one out of many people who come along. I won't go into details concluding about what, but so one time I got invited out randomly. Any other time that I did do anything, it was just because I happened just to be there. And I just don't think there's nothing different. Out of 365 days, and then many moments a year have. So that's what happened. That is what happened. Jack. This is only the last. So that's that guy that Marshall noticed before. He ended up responding. Maybe he replied to my comment. I did. Before. No. No, yeah. It didn't. Yeah. Reply. So the thing is, guy, he's rebranding his name, his YouTube channel as Jojo. He's got the white thing being his version of Jojo's. So cool. Told him to review on my YouTube channel, the guy forced the attraction. But Marshall made us the fourth, check him out. He always does videos in the snow in one location, and it has like a change of scene. His videos range anywhere from like 10 minutes to an hour. Really low. But anyway, so one reason I like to read is to be able to critically think and find ideas. That's all we are. Victims of ideas. So, and that's thinking about majority of all, so like how more is the idea that has more people, if that makes sense. Like if the mass is following like certain ideas and stuff, or creating like, how immoral or intriguing that idea is. The majority of people follow it through. I'm not talking about benefits of the and stuff. Okay, well. Yeah, that's why I read. I like reading. Seven questions.
So I'm actually at Deep Creek Reserve now. There's probably at least 2 hours for me to wait. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That way is just where the Nazi stuff is. So like, I don't know why I keep exploring and keep telling people I'm going to sit down for a few minutes, but I'm going to use this camera for the next bit of footage. So see what I document, okay?
Thank you very much, Delta. I'd like to start off by thanking the Book Review Literary Trust for this invitation, which I regard as a very considerable honor. I would also like to not thank them for the past month of sleepless nights that I had, trying to decide on what subject do I speak on and how do I go about it. It's been very, very tough because Nikhil was not the easy person for whom one could just dash off a lecture. I remembered his warm and affectionate friendship. I remembered his immense sense of curiosity and inquiry about people, about politics, about the ambience of the world that we live in. And I also remember a couple of little experiences that we shared. I mean, these are occasions for small anecdotes. Nikhil and I shared the experience of very politely declining a Padma award, explaining that such awards intervene in the autonomy that we like to claim in our professional work. So that was one common experience. The other common experience was a little bizarre and quite amusing. During the emergency, Nikhil dropped in to see me one day and suddenly said to me, "Your house is very interestingly located," because it was behind, as the normal saying goes, it was on the backside of another house. And he said to me, "Your house is very interestingly located because you have one entrance from the main road in the front and one entrance from the service lane. This would be ideal for meetings because people would come, some would come from the front and people would know that there were others coming from the back." And I said, "Fine, let's use it for that." And so we had 2 or 3 meetings, which didn't really amount to anything except, good conversation and chatter about what was going on, the whispered conversations of the emergency. But it came to an end when one evening at a reception somewhere in town, somebody walked past my brother Ramesh and whispered in his ear, "Warn your sister, her house is being watched." So that, I'm afraid, was the end of Nikhil's great idea of having these weekly addas with people coming in from the front and the back. But the problem, of course, was that how does one choose a topic which in many ways both reflects the kind of things he was interested in and worked on, and reflects our homage to a man of his caliber. Nikhil was a respected intellectual figure, and he in turn respected academic opinion about public matters. And that is where the relationship between him and some of us comes in. He provided space to those who questioned the nature of this interdependence of society and politics. Today, I have a feeling that space has shrunk and the intellectual parameters seem to have narrowed. It also seems that those in authority and those influencing public opinion have less respect for what we call the public intellectual in these days than they had before. I would therefore like to speak about whether or why this is so, a subject that I suspect would have interested Nikhil. And it becomes pertinent, I think, where there is a concern, as there is with many of us still, with the kind of society we want and why we want that kind of society. So in the talk today, I'll briefly mention and refer to what I think is implied by the presence of public intellectuals. I'm afraid as a historian, I cannot help but instinctively go back in time. So I'll begin with mentioning a few persons from the European past associated with the thinking that in modern times gave rise to the public intellectual. And then some references to the Indian tradition, where there were people who played a similar role. I'm not suggesting a connection between the two, but I think that there are parallels in many ways. And finally, I should suggest what could be the role of the public intellectuals and why there should be a greater visibility of such persons in our society today. Public intellectuals frequently concern themselves with issues related to human rights and to the functioning of society, such that it ensures the primacy of social justice. These issues cover an immense span. I shall choose a couple from amongst them, those that I think should have priority. One is our choice of authority, whether it be religion, the state, or anything else, and how do we appraise that choice. And the second is to draw upon up-to-date knowledge and review the use to which knowledge is being put. We must expect that new knowledge may well oppose existing orthodoxies or well-established authorities. How do we handle the opposition? This hinges on the primacy of reasoned, logical argument in explaining the world around us and its past. In emphasizing the rational, I am not expunging imagination as a process of thought, but the distinction between the two should not be ignored. Such concerns are not recent. They go back to antiquity and they were addressed many centuries ago. I shall mention a few people from the past whose thinking laid the foundation for our right in the present to ask questions from those who are shaping our society. In earlier times, the questions emerged largely from rational argument and logical thinking, but tempered by recognition of the human condition. Their answers did not foreclose the imagined future of a better society on earth and did not require us to wait for heaven or the next birth. Europe claims a tradition of such thinking, and its presence in Indian thought is more often dismissed. But I would contest this dismissal. Societies invariably have to follow the questioning of orthodoxy and authority, at least at challenging moments, otherwise they rapidly become moribund. To turn to the European past, the forerunners of the public intellectual indulged in philosophical questioning, but this thinking also penetrated the political sphere and was reflected in suggested social action. Such persons claimed the right to critique authority, even on occasion, and even on occasion they had to suffer for it, as did, as we all know, Socrates. The Athenian Greeks objected to his denying the existence of deities and to his criticism of the methods of justice in Athens, and for this he was condemned to drink poison. But an important strand of European thinking traces itself back to the Socratic method of the 5th century BC. A statement was subjected to many questions and was prized apart to observe the interconnections of its component parts. These could then be linked causally in a hypothesis and tested. A proposition counterposed by its opposite could lead to a dialectical form of debate. The Roman orator Cicero of the 1st century BC, who exposed the corruption of Roman governors, claimed the right to question whatever he thought needed to be questioned, and used his legal brilliance to do so. In the 2nd millennium AD, the Catholic Church wielded power over kings. This power was subsequently questioned. It was one of the issues that stoked European thought into the movement known as the Enlightenment. Philosophers, with whose names we are all very familiar, such as Locke, Hume, Voltaire, Montesquieu, Diderot, Rousseau, and others, began questioning conventional knowledge and practice. There were disagreements among them and with others, but by and large their questions were conceded because they drew on critical reasoning. This brought them together, apart from the common challenge to the moral authority of the Catholic Church in matters concerning what we would today call civil society. The latter was now seen as essentially secular institutions, some run by the state. Religious exclusiveness and intolerance was viewed as backward. Progress, it was argued, lay in inclusiveness and the tolerance of differences. It was not because of wanting to oppose religion per se that the church was criticized, but because of opposition to the control that formal religion had on the institutions of society, the family, education, governance, justice. The divine sanction of these institutions by the church was rejected. Thus, the source of authority for governance was said to be a social contract among people. Apart from other things, an emphasis on reasoned analysis rather than on just spoken faith made it easier to locate the mainsprings of social functioning and to suggest changes in society where necessary. However, the public intellectual, as distinct from philosophers, is said to have emerged as a recognizable category in the 19th century, linked to what has been called the Dreyfus Affair. A Jewish captain in the French army, Dreyfus, was wrongly imprisoned, charged with leaking secrets to the Germans. Those opposing this action argued that the general staff of the army, in league with the politicians, had unjustly punished Dreyfus. This accusation, written by Émile Zola, carried the support of a large number of writers, artists, and academicians, all of whom jointly came to be called intellectuals. Eventually, an inquiry divorced from an emotional anti-Semitism declared that Dreyfus was innocent and he was reinstated. The meaning of intellectual then crystallized around the notion that such a person need not be a scholar, but had to be someone who had recognized professional stature and who sought explanations for public actions from those in authority, even if such explanations required critiquing authority and power. Such questions came more easily if there is a critical analysis of the intellectual tradition of the society. Basing arguments on accepted modes of reasoning involves verifying and analyzing the evidence, even if the historical context changes somewhat the mode of questioning. The notion of rational argument over the last 2 centuries has, however, faced criticism. Its centrality was questioned in the statement that the premium on rationality cannot provide complete explanations, and that all explanations, rational or otherwise, are equally viable. Critiques based on rational thought can be diverse, depending on the evidence and the logic inherent in the causal explanation. However, although the idiom of critical reasoning may differ in changing historical contexts, critical reasoning itself can and does continue. It is worth remembering that many of the roots of modern thinking, such as liberal values and democracy, by which we describe ourselves as not being medieval or feudal, go back to these debates among philosophers and others. Nor were the debates confined to Europe, since some of these ideas met with confirmation or opposition when they arrived in other parts of the world, initially riding on the back of colonialism. Let me turn now to the Indian tradition and randomly refer to a few persons that challenged existing ideas and practices and who advocated reasoned and logical explanations for change. We have been so implanted with the theory that our ancestors had no use for rationality as an avenue to knowledge that we tend to ignore our heritage of rational thought. The Indian philosopher who encouraged questions and who explored causality and rational explanations was a close contemporary of Socrates in the 5th century BC, although they lived continents apart and had no links. I am referring to the Buddha. The latter, fortunately, did not have to drink poison, but his teaching was strongly opposed by Brahmanical orthodoxy. It was described as delusional and misleading. This was one among many reasons why Buddhism was slowly edged out of India. It went into neighboring lands where it flourished and in some places became in its own turn an orthodoxy. One of the most fascinating aspects of the history of ideas is the diverse ways in which societies explain their evolving structures. When asked about the origin of government, the Buddha explained that at the beginning of time there was a pristine utopia where everyone was equal and had equal access to all resources. The first change came when families were demarcated and became the units of society. Subsequent to this came claims to ownership of land as private property. These changes resulted in confusion and conflict. So eventually, people came together and elected from amongst themselves one person, the Mahasamatha, the great elect, to govern them and to provide them with laws that annulled the chaos. It was effectively a social contract. But let me hastily add tongue-in-cheek of course, that neither Rousseau nor Friedrich Engels had read the Buddhist texts. This Buddhist explanation contradicts the Brahmanical, where the story involves the gods and demons at war, and the great god Prajapati having to appoint his son Indra to lead the gods to a victory, in which action lay the roots of governance. Divine sanction is essential, and it colors the attitude to authority. The Buddha's notion of the great elected one is in some ways the reverse of the king, who was divinely appointed, concentrating power in himself. The assumptions in the two myths are therefore entirely different. When religion is referred to in early texts, there is of course no mention, and I'm speaking of really early texts, there is no mention of Hinduism, a term invented much later. The multiple sects that constituted Indian religion are referred to by their individual names. And when speaking generally, they are assigned to one of the two streams, the Brahmanical, associated with Brahmanical belief, or the Shamanic, representing Buddhist and Jain teaching, the word Shamanic coming from Shamana, which was a term used for Buddhist and Jain monks. This is the form in which the religions are mentioned for over 1,000 years, from Ashoka, Shramanam Brahmanam, in the 3rd century BC to Al-Biruni in the 11th century AD, who also talks about the Brahmins and the Samaniyas constituting the religions of India. The Sanskrit grammarian Patanjali, about the turn of the Christian era, provides a curious perspective. Please, would you switch off your mobiles? It's very disturbing. The Sanskrit grammarian Patanjali provides a curious perspective when he compares the relationship between the two to that of the snake and the mongoose. Clearly, the debates could be virulent, as happens in societies, where some believe unquestioningly in what they are told, but others raise questions. And then there were the Charvak, also called the Lokaya. They were opposed to most philosophical schools as they adhered to a materialistic explanation of life, making virtually no concession to other ways of thinking. No texts of theirs have survived, but references to them keep cropping up unexpectedly in various nooks and crannies of other texts. The Buddha, for example, describes the arguments of some of these sects as the wriggling of an eel. At the turn of the Christian era, when Buddhism had the patronage of royalty, traders, landowners, and popular support, important Brahmanical texts registered an attack on them as heretics, referring to them as Nastika and Pashanda. From the Brahmanical perspective, the Shramanas, Charvaks, Ajivakas, atheists, materialists, and rationalists were all of one category known as Nastika, non-believers. And this was because they questioned the existence of deity, and therefore of the Vedas as the divinely revealed, of the rules of caste practices, of the existence of the Atman, the soul, and their views on karma varied, as some rejected the idea altogether. I'm reminded here when I read these texts referring to all these people as conjointly as Nastika. I'm reminded of the present day where if you don't accept what Hindutva teaches, you're all branded together as Marxists. Similar trait. The Manodharma Shastra is almost paranoid about the heretics, calling them atheists and preachers of false doctrines. They are said to be like diseased men and are a source of tamas, a condition of darkness. It is in some ways a time of troubles for the orthodoxy, given that some dominant schools of philosophy were striated with degrees of atheism. That is what makes it an intellectually exciting time. Wherever the heretics had a popular following, the attack on them became stronger. A text of the early centuries AD, the Vishnu Puran, is replete with negative references to a person called Maya Moha and his followers. Delusion and deception, as the name Maya Moha implies, are characteristic of the group. Maya Moha, we're told, collects all the evil ones, the asuras and the daityas, today's Marxists, and converts them to his way of thinking. Some of their practices point to their being Buddhists and Jains, such as wearing red robes, removing their hair, not observing rituals, and living off alms. Discourse with them is strictly not permitted, since such discourse is declared polluting. A record of such a dialogue would have been fascinating, but only brief references survive. The Charvak continued to be part of the landscape, even if not always directly visible. Shankaracharya in the 9th century AD refers to their theory of the primacy of matter over spirit. The Sarvadarshana Sangraha is a discussion on major philosophical schools put together in the 14th century by Madhavacharya. It begins with a lengthy discussion on the viability of Charvak thinking, but of course ends up ultimately rejecting it. But if they had no consequence, they could as well have been ignored. This did happen later in the world of 19th century Orientalism. We have to remember that those that ask questions are anathema to any kind of autocratic authority. Similarly, those trying to build a single national identity based on Hinduism alone would not have conceded the significance of teachings that contradicted the Brahmanical. The heretics were dismissed by the Orthodox. However, some of their ideas were explored in philosophical schools of the early centuries AD, in conversations precisely between the Orthodox and those that opposed them. Logic and methods of reasoning were sharpened. The logicians, and the major ones are interestingly almost invariably Buddhist scholars, the logicians teased out the ideas, especially when discussing the nuances of atheism. Views were not uniform and were widely debated, the arguments sometimes taking an almost dialectical form. Unfortunately, what are difficult to locate are the conversations between philosophers using critical reasoning with astronomers and mathematicians even more closely allied to rational thought. Aryabhatta, on the basis of mathematical calculation, argued that the earth went round the sun. This theory preceded that of Copernicus and of Galileo by a millennium. In Europe, the potential of these ideas was feared by the Catholic Church and Orthodoxy as undermining the Bible and therefore also the control of the Church on society. Galileo had to recant. In India, the implications seem to have been bypassed, possibly because there was no church. But perhaps adopting the heliocentric system may have upset astrological calculations. I'm just throwing this out as an idea, but it's something that is worth pursuing. Astrology was one mechanism by which royal power was controlled by religious orthodoxy. Old knowledge, therefore, continued unshaken in most places. Indian theories of mathematics and astronomy, however, expanded creatively in their own space, but ironically became very influential when taken to Baghdad, which was then the center of what one might call proto-science. In India, meanwhile, other sects provided an ambience in which similar questions were being raised. Scholars questioned beliefs and practices upheld by religious authorities and by those who governed. They, or else they questioned other orthodoxies other than the Brahmanical. Some among them were women, such as Andal and Meera, flouting caste norms who were listened to attentively by people at large, thus creating their own social ambience. But we seldom give enough attention to this aspect of their discourse, focusing as we do largely on religion. Amir Khusro was not unknown to the Delhi Sultans. He provides a poetic view of court politics in his Tughlaqnama, composed in the 14th century, as a form of traditional history. His study of astronomy, however, underlining a heliocentric universe, distanced him from orthodox Islam, as it implied questioning accepted truths. And it was his poetry and musical compositions that gave him a popular status, such that sultans and the orthodox thought it better not to antagonize him. A few centuries later, Eknath
There's two big ones there. Okay, hold on. Doing some more exploring. Fuck off, you. Get out of here. I wonder why they went. Still see him. Nike. Oh shit, this is so overgrown. Fucking hell. That's so overgrown. I think I might have to go back. Fucking hell, I might have to go. I might have to find another way. Carbon access. Have a look, it's just so much shit here. Oh, there's still paths and stuff, but fucking hell. So I'm not going to spend too much time here, it's just I'm having a look, then I'm going to waddle off somewhere else. So I just walked through this path there. So far, no weird shit though. A bit of metal there. Oh fuck, that was another big one. Well, at least there's been activity here. Okay, now so I got this, another one there, some more shit here. Yeah, trolley. Another shovel. This area that I'm looking at now, I don't think a lot has been changed. It's got more shade to it though. Um, uh, this plant hasn't changed that much either. Still in use. So I'm looking at the area that I tried to walk into originally, just to see what it looks like. So I'm glad that this area still exists, to be honest. It warms my heart. I used to do this shit as a kid. So this area hasn't changed besides being overgrown. Nobody's around, but I don't think no one's living here. Yeah, this is fucking really overgrown. I have a look. So I tried to enter it, but it was just too grown. Have a look. It's just so much shit's here. Oh, there's still paths and stuff, but okay now. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. It's just I'm having a look, then I'm going to waddle off somewhere else. So. So I just walked through this path there. Oh. So far, no weird shit though. A bit of metal there. Now, I used to work there. They have sold it, like I've said before. I don't know if they still work there. I'm just going to check in on it. If they're not there, my old owners, I'm going to have a look and buy a coffee or something. Hiding in at the moment, so this is weird with a video camera out. So still if I end this search of finding weirdos doing weird things. So I swear they've got a bench here somewhere. I'm gonna find the shade. My nose. Oh, my nose is itchy too. Most of my coffee's done. Hell. Fucking hell. Don't make these things done. Okay, hell. They look different during the day. I swear they've got a bench here somewhere. Ida. Might have to sit under one of the trees. One just for the cross. Fuck. Oh, it's a flower pot. Oh, weird. This one's closer. Is it draining? I never noticed that before. Or maybe I have, just forgot. Hang on. Look at fucking that. So that's pretty weird, huh? At least I'm under a fucking, under a tree. So anyway, I bought a coffee. I ran into a couple people that I knew. Took so much of my fucking time up. So I'm supposed to meet a mate in about an hour's time. I'm smoking way too much cigarettes. It's oh, there's a grave. I'll point to it in a sec, but there's a grave that tipped over to another one. I can see it. Next time I got to travel out to another graveyard just to fucking walk like this. I think the nearest one from where I live is like an hour, like not an hour, but a decent drive away. But oh no, more graveyards. Should be like a bench here somewhere. I don't see anyone walking around. One of these days, I'm just gonna stay put for like ages and ages. Apparently, I just gotta double check it, and maybe I shouldn't be talking about it until I have. But in Russia, apparently they do like you dig like a graveyard size hole, and you like lay in it, like fully covered in the dirt for like whatever time, and that's like a form of meditation. Check it out in Russia. But, but walked all the way here, and I've got nothing to talk about. Well, I do, I'm sure. I just didn't think it through. But it's cool just to sit in the graveyard for a bit. But I feel like fucking shit the last 2 or 3 days. It's probably hence why I'm at the fucking graveyard. Yesterday morning, before I started work at the cafe, I finally sent that girl a text about something, and I said, look, I'll ask one more time. I said, look, if you want to hang out, let me know. She replied, I think 2 or 3 hours later, because look, if you want, we can hang out on Saturday. So I think it's more of a pity one, or going. Um, I feel really detached from a lot of people. The majority of the footage you've probably just seen before is probably me walking around Narrabeen, which I ought to go back on because I found some really cool spots and stuff. Um, it's just just seeing everyone having a social life and just I guess just never, there's never been thought of. I guess just not having this sort of connection with people. It got to me really a lot. I can't remember what it was, but it's just I've always had this feeling of like, so what? Like, why? It's like, if that makes sense, like, what's the point, sort of thing, it was a bit hard for me to process. I rarely get asked to share at meetings. More than happy to kind of make an effort in things, but it's just, it is like a bit like, kind of like, it won't amount to anything or follow through on anything, but it's just disheartening, to see a bunch of people that I know. It's nothing malice and stuff. They don't get the wrong ideas. It's not that they're intentionally doing it and stuff, but and I guess I'm trying to articulate my part in things as well. But who knows? So I would love to look around a bit more. Right. But I don't know what it is about. It's not particularly this graveyard, but it's just graveyards in general. And part of the reason I'm here, just in case if I find sort of weirdos around. Woo! But I swear I'm gonna get cursed for doing this shit. It's more really well kept graves hanging around too. At least I'm fucking here, like when it's daylight too. Well, what kind of to other people, I probably think that I'm weird, like just hanging out in a graveyard like this. But when I was a teenager, going through my emo phase, yeah, like they used to do it here. I'm surprised Manly itself doesn't have one. This is called the Manly Graveyard, but it's not in. Manly's probably about 5 to 10 minutes drive that way, maybe 20 minutes walking, but. What? I can see two, I think they're bottles. Oh god, I gotta check that out. Like no. Um, so far, no one yet coming out. It is broad daylight too. It's almost like lunchtime as well, so. Oh, I'm kind of. Well, I'm kind of in plain sight as well, so. If anyone comes and sees me, they'll probably just fuck off. Other news, ever since I got this job at Cafe Manly, I've just been physically fucking tired too. I really feel it on my days off, like just being my age as well, so see what happens. I don't know, this is... fucking hot. think it was either the trial shift or my first actual ever shift. I used to fucking. This is the spot that I came to fucking chill out. There was some sort of festival happening on the beach as well, so. Right. I had some really fucked up dreams last night. I could not sleep. So, I don't know what was happening with me last night. Really weird dream. That sort of anxiety thing that I've been having most of the week, it's died down a bit, you know. If you hear a bird chirping, it's fucking mine a bird. Annoying birds. If you hear a bird chirping, it's him. So, another day of work ahead. And it's T-birds now. What the fuck? It's two of them. Outside of church door. I don't think it's their main entrance, but I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Gonna chill out till about 8:30ish, then